Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Adedoyin Jaiyesimi and I'm a communications advisor, trainer, and the co-founder of the Comms Avenue. Before I go into what I have today, I want to say thank you to everyone that watched my last video and sent me questions. I love it when you send me questions, and I'm also happy that the message of that video resonated with you, and I hope that you started using some of the tips in your work. Now, today is not about core comms content. I realized because at the end of that video, I was trying to rush to talk about myself. I realized I should do a video just talking about myself for those of you who do not know me, and I do get many questions from a lot of people, so it'll be easy for me to send them a link to this video. So as I said before, my name is Adedoyin Jaiyesimi. I have over 11 years experience in communications, public relations, writing, training, all of that good stuff. I have a master's degree in corporate and marketing communications from IE Business School. Absolutely love that program. Really, really fantastic. And I currently lecture at the University of Nairobi. So that's their CIPR UK program. And I lecture on PR and engagement, communications. I do crisis communications, internal communications, and I really, really love it. I love teaching. I love sharing knowledge. And yeah, my journey in communications, I actually do have a book for those of you who may not know. It's called From Clueless to Success, where I pretty much chronicled my journey from the beginning of my career to, well, I was going to say now, but now, as at the time I released the book, it was 2020. So the beginning of my career to 2020. And one of the reasons I really did that book was by the time we had started the Comms Avenue and I was relating with younger professionals, it seemed like, I want to be like you. I'm so far from you. I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, yeah, I was once like you. I do know what I was doing. I, pretty much had to find my way in this field, upskill myself, ask questions, made a lot of mistakes. So I really chronicled that journey. So the book is different backstories from when I was clueless and how I found my way, the mistakes that I made with some tips and some lessons. So if you haven't read it, please read the book, because it's also a reminder that we're all on our unique journey. You see somebody with 10 years experience, 20 years experience, and you ask yourself, would I ever get to where this person is? The answer is yes, if you put in the work, if you are open to learning, if you're willing to learn from your mistakes, you are going to get there. But just what you shouldn't do is to now pressure yourself by the successes or the achievements that the people have had, because you have no idea the sacrifices that they've had to make. You have no idea the journey or the things they've had to go through to get to where they are. It's almost one of those things where you talk about preparation. So somebody has been preparing for like 5 years, and then all of a sudden, they hit that sweet spot and you're seeing them in the limelight and you're admiring that. But that's great. Don't admire and envy without looking and asking, how did you get here? So that's really what that book does. Really just tells you how I got to where I am. So any questions about my professional journey, you can read it in the book, but I will summarize. I started off as an intern. I did 2 internships actually. I had an internship in a HR consulting firm for about 6 months, and then I went to a media company where I started as an intern. Then I was a staff writer. Then I became an editorial assistant and then team lead for the magazine before I left. And then after that, I was the brand communications manager for a faith-based organization. And then from there, I started my own agency called Content Craft, and we did amazing work. We worked with organizations in the financial sector, real estate. We did a lot of stuff. I documented quite a bit of our projects in the book, and it was really nice with my team members, just really making a difference with the work that we do. And while I was running that, I also had the Sparkle Writers Hub, because people would ask me questions. How do you write? Because I used to be a freelance writer. I would write, especially when I left my role as the team lead of a magazine, thinking of how to make money. So I would write freelancing and all of that, but I didn't really enjoy it. I would say I didn't enjoy it. It's one of those things where you put in all the work, and then the money that is coming in, you're like, ugh, this is really not it's not correlating. So I really stopped that. But Sparkle Writers Hub was really a way to encourage people to write. I really believe that everybody can be a good writer. You may not be as you may not write as smoothly, or I don't want to use the word smoothly. It may not come to you as a Chimamanda or a C.S. Lewis. Nobody's asking you to be that, but in your own self, with your own voice, you can actually write well. So that was what I used to train people, and it was nice. The testimonies from the people that I coached, oh my goodness, it was absolutely fantastic. And then in 2020, started the Comms Avenue with my co-founder Sharon, and yeah, here we are today. So people ask me, what do you do? Like, what do you really do? Well, aside from running the Comms Avenue, because truly the Comms Avenue is a full-time job, I'm really committed to upskilling the young communications professional, giving them access to opportunities. So we have mentoring opportunities, networking opportunities, capacity building opportunities. I'm also very committed to sharing the knowledge that I have. So a lot of training. So in this YouTube, I launched the Com Simplify series last year, where I've been sharing videos on topics. And watch out, I already have content ready. I'll tell you about the next video to expect from me. And then I have my paid courses on Seller, which are just 1 hour content on specific topics, where I then go in depth, right, into those topics and give you a template. So please, 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 if you want to learn, if you want anything you need, if you're in comms and PR, stick with me and stick with the Comms Avenue, because we're all about learning. We're all about really making sure that you succeed professionally, you deliver the results that you want to deliver. I'm really thinking, what else should I say about myself? So outside of the Comms Avenue, like I said before, I train communications teams, I train employees, executives, really on communication, strategic communications, because again, when people think about communications and public relations, they usually talk about it on a tactical level, social media, content, but it's more than that. So I really, really train comms teams, employees, and executives to really, raise the bar with regards to strategic communications. And I teach them media training as well. What else? Strategy. I do strategy consulting with organizations, but on a limited basis. So I don't do like long-term briefs. I think the last organization that I did a strategy for, that was at the middle of last year, and it was really great. And I really enjoyed doing that. So I do strategy sessions, and I also help to build up comms teams. So you have an organization, you want to build up your comms team, because we have a network of comms people in the Comms Avenue. We're able to help you build your comms team and also train and all of that. So that's really what I do. But outside of the world of comms, I'm also I don't like to say that. I know that I don't like to say. I'm not sure what the word is. I'm not a pastor, but I'm really a true lover of God. I love God, so I do ministry as well. So those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that I do share content about my work with God, and even my book. You also see it. Like God is in everything that I do. So I lead a ministry team, and it's an absolute pleasure to do it. I share as led in terms of my testimonies, snippets of my work with God. I also intercede for people. So on weekends on Instagram, I'm always asking, how can I pray with you? Because, everything that we're doing, we're here for and because of God. So yeah, that's like one of the highlights of my life, just living for God, serving Him, and all of that great stuff. What else do people usually ask me about? Things that I love to do. I love to read. I used to say that I'm a boring person, but somebody corrected me sometime and said, no, you're not boring. This is who you are, and people have to accept it. So I'm like, okay. So I really like chilled stuff. I'm not very adventurous or spontaneous. I'm not the person that, hello, let's go here today. No, I must have thought about it, because I'm highly introverted. A lot of people do not realize this. My work and, but the grace of God has made me a bit more vocal, has put me, out there, so it looks like, oh, this girl is very sociable and all of that, but I'm very introverted. And as I said that, I also remember something. When I usually do meet people, they're very surprised and they're like, oh, you don't look friendly. I mean, the last time I got this comment was like last weekend, and I had to go through my Instagram page. I'm like, how do I not look like I'm friendly? I'm not really sure. So maybe tips would be great, because I'm always smiling in my pictures. So I'm like, how do I look like, But I've always had that all my life. People think that or people usually, the first perception is, oh, she's snobbish, she's this. But I put it to, I have a very serious face. Like, yeah, if I'm not smiling, it looks like, do come and talk to me. But I think I am approachable. I love talking to people, but in bite sizes. I can't deal with like a whole group of people at once. I have to like mentally prepare myself. But yeah, I love reading, I love watching movies, I love taking walks in the park. So if I'm in a country that has a park, I love, because I'll just be walking, because I also love prayer walks. So parks and prayer walks, they're like 5 and 6, so beautiful. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If there's anything that you want to know about me, you can feel free to ask as a comment in this video, or you can send it to me. I mean, I don't share all of my personal life on social media, sorry. There has to be boundaries, but the ones that I can share, most definitely, especially where it's in regards to my professional journey, the mistakes that I've made, and over time I'm going to continue to share that content with you. So thank you very much for watching, and watch out for my next video.